Welcome back. It's Friday, March 31st in the NBA. My four favorite picks are on the way. Let's recap yesterday. A solid 2-0 day. We won't bring out the brooms, but a big day because both of our plays were plus money, and we will take that. Jalen and Jason, they both get it done pretty easily despite a blowout. The Pelicans and Nuggets same game parlay hits as well. The bankrolls have been built. Let's keep it going. We'll recap how all of March did tomorrow in Saturday's video, April 1st. But either way, if you are new, go down below, hit that subscribe button, drop a like too. We love you guys. Thanks for showing tons and tons of love and support. Later on today, I will have a PrizePicks parlay on our Twitter, so definitely check that out. But we do have a Bet365 offer. You can get $200 worth in bonus bets. All you got to do is on today's slate in the NBA, MLB, or NHL, you sign up using our code, top link in the description. You deposit $10, and you make a $1 moneyline bet on any NBA team. Doesn't matter if they win or lose. You get those $200 worth of bonus bets. It's available in New Jersey, Ohio, Virginia, and Colorado. If you haven't checked out our MLB video, go check it out. It was posted earlier today. We had a 2-in-1 day yesterday to kick off the MLB. Let's have another great day. You can check that out. But either way, let's dive into our favorite picks. And one of our favorite players recently is going to be the first pick of the day. Not a best bet. Don't really want to put 1.5 units on him today, but it's our man, Jaden Ivey of the Detroit Pistons. I like his over 29.5 PRAs, points, rebounds, and assists, minus 110 on DraftKings. Now, we haven't taken Ivey's assists. We know his assist chances are going through the moon. And while they moved, they finally have caught on. They moved it to 6.5. It's that plus money, though. Don't hate it there. I'm going to go with Ivey to just fill up the stat sheet. Get some points, get some rebounds, get a bunch of assists, do his thing. Now, if this line goes up, check his points plus assist line first. If the difference between points plus assists and the PRA line, which I have taken, is 3, take the PRA line. If it's 4 or more, I'd probably go towards just points plus assists because that's what he's going to need a lot of today. Now, let's talk about Jaden Ivey, who's been crushing it recently. The lottery pick has been doing really well. He knows he's going to have the off season off. He's just going to be doing his thing in the summer, but he's been really good over the last 3 games, 31, 48, and 35 points plus assists. The volume has been great, 13, 18, and 19 field goal attempts. He's had some tough matchups against Toronto, Milwaukee, and OKC. So very tough matchups. If I can ask Ivey, if you're watching me, keep your hands to yourself. We don't get into foul trouble. You don't need to do that. That's really what's been holding him back recently. He should be doing even better than his current numbers, but he's been getting into this foul trouble. Fouled out of the last game, had to play, was benched the last 7 minutes of the second quarter and the second to last game recently. So if he can stay out of foul trouble, I think he's going to have an even better chance. And today we got the good old-fashioned tank off. We got the Rockets versus the Pistons. I think they're paying people to get into this game. Wouldn't be surprised, but we've seen Ivey's usage rate is great. I don't expect a lot of defense be played in this game, but Ivey, 32.1% usage rate over the last 3 games. He played Houston once this season. That was back in January. You saw a Pistons healthier roster there, but still, 28 PRAs, 4 for 9 field goal attempts in 28 minutes. Look, 1, I'd be surprised if Ivey only played 28 minutes today, and 2, I'd be surprised if Ivey only shot 9 times. This is a guy going out there, we already talked about, shooting 13, and that was in a game that was against Toronto, a team that doubles you. More likely, we're going to see 15, 18, 19, 20 field goal attempts, considering how fast-paced this game should be. Now, Killian Hayes is on the injury report. I do expect him to play, but we know the Pistons have so many other guys out. And if Killian Hayes randomly gets ruled out, this line's going to jump, and I would like it even more there. But either way, we've seen the Rockets. Last 7 games, Rockets allowed the 4th most points per game and most assists per game to point guards. They are average on the rebound, so I'm not saying Ivey's going to go out there and grab 12 rebounds, but he did have 7 rebounds last game versus Houston, and his regular line for rebounds is 3.5, which is why if the difference between PRA and points plus assists is only 3, I say take the PRA line. But I still think Ivey can go out there. He's going to have the ball in his hands a lot, going to attack the rim. This Rockets team doesn't have a lot of rim protection. He can shoot threes. We've seen the Rockets really getting destroyed by opposing guards. Hopefully, Jaden Ivey continues to fill up our bankrolls. We're taking his over 29.5 PRAs. We need 30 combined points, rebounds, and assists. Wish I could add turnovers in there, PRATs, but unfortunately, that's not a thing. He's going to have some turnovers. You're going to have to live with it, but I think he fills up the stat sheet in a close game against the Rockets. We'll ride with Jaden Ivey once again. Now, since we're on a Jaden, only right that we go to a Jalen, and he's on the OKC Thunder. Jalen Williams, over 27.5 points plus assists, minus 115 on FanDuel. Now, halt before you type in. This is Jalen. They have 2 Jalen Williams. They look very similar, but this is Jalen Williams, not Jalen with a Y. So he'll know the lines are not, you're not getting a line at like 11.5 PRAs or points plus assists. For the other Jalen, we want the one that's actually probably going to shoot the ball today. Now you can take this at 28.5, and you can take his PRA line at 33.5. He's another guy like Ivey. Some games he gets a lot of rebounds, some games he doesn't. You really never know. So I'd rather just do points plus assists, things I can control. Now, the OKC Thunder are going to be taking on the Pacers today. An absolutely A-plus smash matchup for him. And they're going to be without SGA. He's still out with an ankle injury. Lindy Waters, who you might have never heard of, He's also out today. Now, SGA is obviously a guy that's going to play a lot of minutes and he's going to have a lot of usage. Now, Waters might be a random guy for me to mention, but he is a role player off their bench. He's been playing 15 to 20 minutes. He's been out a couple games, but that's good for OKC and Williams here because Williams last game played 37 minutes. The only guy off the bench that played meaningful minutes was Aaron Wiggins. He played 32, but a couple other guys maybe played 8 to 4 minutes. But still, it was a lot in the starting lineup, and Jalen Williams going to be out there a ton today. And we've seen him really step up when SGA is out. Even with SGA, he's been playing well, but when SGA is off the court, the guy's going awesome. He's going berserk. He's at an average 25 points per game and 6.5 assists per game, good for 31.5 points plus assists per game in the last 6 without SGA. In those games, we've seen him have 33, 31, 24, 31, 35, and 33 points plus assists. So not only going over this line, hitting it pretty easily with 3 or 4 to spare, and a lot of those games were lower scoring. We know this matchup against the Pacers is a good one, and he's averaged 16.5 field goal attempts in those 6 games. So look, the Pacers defense, I don't know where it is. They kind of have mailed it in for the season. This is a team that doesn't really have a lot of chances to make the playoffs anymore. Need an absolute miracle. They're down Halliburton, down some other guys, but look, the last 10 games, Pacers, second most points per game allowed in the paint, second worst defensive rating, and Jalen Williams is the guy that drives to the hoop, gets in the paint, does his thing. Last game, you saw him versus Detroit, had 22 drives, most on the team. Josh Giddey was right behind him at 21, but this is a guy that's going to have the ball in his hands a lot. Pacers are down Miles Turner. He could be out. Miles Turner's questionable right now. He could be in. Not really worried about it. I don't see him playing a big amount of minutes. And either way, we just saw Indiana give up 59 points plus assists to Drew Holiday, 50 to Giannis. Look, this is a team that's basically mailed it in for the whole season. I expect Williams to shoot 15 to 20 times. He can get to the free throw line, but he gets to the hoop. He's not shooting a lot of threes. Very similar to SGA, honestly. He's like, SGA had to have talked to him. Say, yo, just attack the hoop, get to the free throw line, do your thing. We've seen in 7 games with at least 15 or more field goal attempts without SGA. Williams had 27, 29, 31, 31, 35, or 33, 35, and 35 points plus assists. So, question the line, the one loss was on the hook. I think he shoots a bunch today. Him and Giddey will have the ball in their hands a lot. They like to split their minutes, so Giddey gets a lot with the second unit, and you see Williams a lot with the first unit. I think he steps up in that first unit. Lou Dort doesn't play as well on the road, so we'll take Jalen Williams, LEN, that is, over 27.5 points plus assists. Now, the rest of my plays, I do want to put a caution. We might add a play today. Should have said that at the top of the show. We might add a play. It will be in the pinned comment section down below, so definitely check that out if we do add one. There's probably a pretty good chance that we add a play. Now, the last 2 plays are bankroll builders, and let's talk about this first one. It's in the Lakers-Timberwolves game. We got 5 legs, and I'll talk about them. You'll recognize some of them. LeBron James, 20-plus points and 6-plus rebounds. D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Davis, 20-plus points. D'Angelo Russell, 10-plus points. And Karl Anthony Towns, 15-plus points. You combine these together, you're getting plus 127 on FanDuel, and we're just putting 1 unit on it. Now, look, there's some injury news here, and we got to talk about it first. Now, LeBron James, there is a chance LeBron James maybe isn't playing by the time you're watching this, and the lines have changed. So if that happens, well, then you can kind of punt on this one, go to the second bankroll builder. But I assume LeBron's going to play. You look at Cat and Anthony Davis, both probable. LeBron is questionable, but don't see him missing. And then D'Lo is ready to go. He's healthy and good to go. Now, if LeBron is out and you place this earlier on in the day, like right after the video goes live, before he's announced out, this will drop to about minus 190. But let's talk about this exactly why we like each of these legs. Now, one for Cat, you're looking at him, half his team's injured or on the illness report. They're all over the place. But we look at Cat, he's been really well over the last 3 games since his return, 22, 14, and 25 points. So one game he missed by 1, but he's had 18, 16, and 17 field goal attempts, so the shots are there. Should be able to score against the Lakers, a team he's hit 15 plus points and scored much more than 15 in 9 straight games. And he doesn't have Naz Reid, the backup center, backup power forward. He's going to be out. I don't know if he's out for the season, but out a couple weeks, I think, with a wrist injury. So, look, he's going to have to play out there, be a lot of minutes. He's not going to have to guard AD, Anthony Davis. He's going to be probably stay out of foul trouble. I think he gets 15 points. Now, let's talk about the Lakers side of the equation because we need a lot from them. Now, D'Angelo Russell, 10 plus points, brother. We need that. We need it. No ifs, ands, or buts. We need you to score 10 plus. He's done that in 24 of his last 25. Done it in 11 of 12 with the Lakers. His only miss was a game that he played 9 minutes in because he got injured. Now he played 36 minutes last game. I have faith in D'Lo. Is also in a revenge game. Now, LeBron, he's obviously the question mark. He could not play today, but he scored 20 plus points in 23 of his last 25. We know he's super consistent. Might get the McDaniel shadow, but I think he can go out there and do his thing. Now, 6 plus rebounds. He's done that in 25 straight. He's done that in 6 of his last 7 versus Minnesota. Now, the points might be questionable for LeBron, but I just trust him to get to his spots, get to the rim. He plays a lot with that second unit. And look, the second unit's not going to have Rudy Gobert in it. So I think he'll be able to attack the hoop I think he'll have easy lay-ins there. I trust him to go out there and get his 20 points. His regular line's 26.5. The King, I think he steps up. He should play today. This is a big game. This is arguably a must-win for the Lakers, so he should play a lot of minutes. Then you look at Anthony Davis. Sure, he's hit or miss, but he's going to have his spots whenever he wants them. Whenever he wants an open mid-range shot, it's going to be open there. Gobert's the guy we know plays drop coverage. So, look, if AD wants to shoot it, he can do it. Hit this in 7 of his last 8 versus Minnesota. Just dropped 38 on them on March 3rd. So, all these 5 legs together, I know it's 5, but yesterday's 5-leg parlay was an easy winner. Hopefully today's is an easy winner as well. The over-under's 230.5. The Lakers have been involved in some low-scoring games. So, if the Timberwolves, maybe this is one that we finally see a lot of points scored. And if there's points being scored, I'd be willing to bet the guys scoring are probably the ones on the screen. So, look, I have faith in him. LeBron should be able to get his 6 reps. The other guys just put the ball in the basket. Plus 127, good value on it. You'll ride with it. Now, my second bankroll builder is going to be another game that matters a ton on the slate. It's going to be the Hawks and Nets. And let's talk about the legs. It's only 4 of them. It's Trae Young, 20-plus points. DeJounte Murray, 15-plus points. Mikal Bridges, 20-plus points. And Cam Johnson, 10-plus points. This is plus 105 on DraftKings. Playing this for 1 unit. If you're on FanDuel and you need an extra leg to get you to plus value, Trae Young for 6-plus assists is probably the way to go. Now, let's talk about each of these ones. And look, I already see the comments. I'm not trusting Trae Young after I saw the parlay. I'm not trusting DeJounte Murray. He stinks. Look, don't play it. I don't want to hear you chirping me if it doesn't hit, but I think it can hit. CJ McCollum clutched up yesterday. I have faith in DeJounte Murray. Trae Young is 100% scoring 20 points tonight after he screwed us last time. I like this. Now let's talk about the last matchup for these two teams. Well, they played, I think, back in February after the trade deadline. Trae Young, 34. DeJounte Murray, 28 points. Mikal Bridges, 24. And Cam Johnson, 27 points. Do it again, fellas. Can you do it again? That's all we're asking. Do it again. Boom. That would be an easy winner. But while I don't expect each of these guys to score 24 or more points tonight, I do think that this is going to be a high-scoring game. The over-under's 240.5. They're expecting points. Now, Trae Young, sure, came off a bad game. He stunk last game. But he still got close to it, and he scored 20-plus points in 19 of his last 25. He scored 20-plus points in 12 straight versus Brooklyn. So he's been consistent. I know the Nets have a decent defense. Bridges likely guards Trae Young, but I think you'll see Trae get to his spots. He should be able to get into the mid-range, get into his floater game, do his thing. Now you look at DeJounte Murray. Yes, I'm not coming out here and saying Murray's going to be sweat-free. Probably not going to happen. He's going to make us sweat. But this is a high-scoring game. Murray 15-plus in 18 of his last 25. He's had 15-plus in 6 straight versus Brooklyn, including 24-plus in both matchups this year. Look, Murray shoots enough to hit this over. He had a real weird funk kind of at the earlier on, middle of March. I think he steps up here today. Coming off a great game, should continue that momentum into this one. Now, let's move to the Nets side of the equation. Bridges, we love that man here. 20-plus points in 15 of his last 16. I excluded the one game he played the first quarter in because that's not happening today. 20-plus in 3 straight versus Atlanta. 2 of those as a member of the Phoenix Suns. So I think he can do his job. Mikal's been very consistent. Going to shoot the ball a lot, get to the free throw line, do his thing. I have faith in you, Bridges. Now, the last one, Cam Johnson, 10-plus points. Done that in 9 of his last 10. 18 of 20 games with the Brooklyn Nets. And as I mentioned, the over-under is 240.5. The spread's 1. The books are expecting a fast-paced game, a lot of points to be scored, and a close game. If all those things happen, I have faith that all these guys get to close to their normal lines, but all we're asking them is hit a very reduced line. So, look, I know some of these players are sketchy, sure. But yesterday we cashed with CJ McCollum and Jonas Valanciunas. I think these guys can step up here today. So, reminder, the legs are Trae Young, 20-plus points. DeJounte Murray, 15-plus points. Mikal Bridges, 20-plus points. And Cam Johnson, 10-plus points. It's a weird one. Plus 105, a little bit of plus money, our second bankroll builder of the day. Love you guys. Those are my 4 favorite plays. I will have an added play in the pinned comment. Maybe even 2, maybe even 3 added plays in the pinned comment section down below. Let's end March strong. Let's end the week, the business week strong. And I'll see you guys back again, same time, same place, tomorrow morning. That Bet365 offer. All the link and details down below in the description. Have a great Friday. See you guys back again tomorrow morning. Peace out.